serikali ya Nyareko bagikwira no kweneke nga Nyareko bagikugwira ligo.
Tuko na mpango kamili ambayo tunashughulikia gharama ya maisha. Kwa mara ya kwanza tumesajili wakulima milioni 5. Tuko na mbolea milioni 6. Saa hizi wakulima wetu wanashughulika na kupanda chakula kote katika taifa letu la Kenya. Juzi nilitangaza ya kwamba tumeagiza chakula kutoka nje na itaanza kufika wiki hii. Tuhakikishe ya kwamba pale kutakapotokea pengo ya kukosekana kwa chakula kabla hatujapata ile chakula ambayo tunazalisha mashambani na wakulima wetu, tutakuwa na nafasi ya kutumia chakula ambayo tumeagiza kutoka nchi za nje. Tumeagiza mahindi, tumeagiza mchele, tumeagiza maharagwe, tumeagiza chakula ya aina nyingi ambazo tayari tulipatiana ilani kwa wakulima wetu kwamba kama kuna mkulima yeyote ambaye bado wako na chakula katika magala zao waziuze, kwa sababu kuanzia mwezi huu tutapata chakula kutoka nje ya nchi.
Totigarete ase oroboti orurwayo muraibwense Daktari William Ruto boigonigo amoboririe omuraibwa obomobwazimio Raila Odinga Nyareko bagagutenenia limo lyoka okorobekano konyareko bokobangwa lituko lyangyo kubatekana na Ruto nigatebiro korobekano konyareko bokorekana ase chiwiki bere Nyareko bachigweta nigo konyareko bagokoreta asara enene gochia ase nibo y'Abakenya na boigo koirera abantu gusiria obogima abwabo boigo Ruto nigatebirenge abanyanyimbo abo Banyareko bakorokana bagutumia chinguru chietanetie ekerengo anene ekero bareko bagwatanana bari Banyareko bakorubikana nigo barachiko bakwererwa egetambukiro keregetindi.
We are great believers in free media, and any engagement that puts the media in danger is not acceptable. However, in the context of the violent demonstrations, you agree that there has been a lot of violence against citizens, many citizens, properties, burning down of buildings, including churches. In that confusion, there could have been incidences where the media was caught in the fray. I do not think there is any deliberate attack on the media. And if there was such deliberate attack on the media, I can tell you we would be opposed to it and we would not support it, and we would actually deal with it, because we believe that the media should be left to carry out its duties, its broadcasts, irrespective of how unfair they may be. It doesn't really matter. But the media should be left alone, irrespective of how biased they may be. So in these circumstances, and in view of the recent events that led to loss of life and destruction of property in the demonstrations that have occasioned in our country for the last 2 weeks, I urge my brother Raila Odinga and the opposition to call off the demonstrations and to give this bipartisan approach a chance for us to take the country forward. Meanwhile, I call on all Kenyans to remain peaceful and law-abiding, and I assure them that the government of Kenya will continue with its sacred duty of protecting their lives and their property, including their businesses.
Tugotigana nayo Amayia nyareko bagotwikira se anene nyomba itu buraria nigo agotabanga omuraibwa obomo bwazimio Raila Odinga nigo atuguteire are okorobekano kukwanyareko bokobangwa lituko liangyo gagokwana ase Capitol Hill. Raila nigo atebire kubatekana no gotegerera chinkwana ao anene kurwa sabaraibe chikanisa nabo kona kukwaire anene gutenini wakwa okorobekana okwo kwangyo boigo. Raila nigo atebire omuraibwense Dr. William Ruto niganyarire kobaga komusaba banyare kobaga kwana gosaba gukora chinkwana cyabene elinde gukora omochando oyo nyare kobaga kwirera ogokonga kubogima.
Kenyans, including religious leaders from all faiths, about the crisis facing our country today. They have implored us to give dialogue, especially during these holy periods of Easter and Ramadan. It is in this context that we make this counter-offer to Hon Ruto's call for dialogue. Mr. Ruto has asked me and Azimio to enter into a constitutional, open-ended and binding dialogue with this government to find a resolution to the issues that we in Azimio have raised about the last year's election and the key governance and cost of living issues facing our country.
Nonya nabo oboteneneri bobo mobwazimio ise yomurai Raila Odinga nigo boigo bwatokire amaganio ao uchiase serikali ya Kenya Kwanza ira chikobo igikirania anene elio okorobekano okuti to nyara kobago kogendera gati amagane ayo Azimio ya nyare kobago ni serikali neliriba chake anene committee ye bunge kurwa Chinsa mochonsi bere anene kurwa somo Azimio nabo igo Kenya Kwanza eligokwanera amakongu ayagendete kobaga kobwata aba Kenya boigo nigo obomo obwo bwa Azimio banyare koba bokoraringa serikali tari kuchikoba yukirania amagania yo nigo bono barachikoba kwiranira okorobekano kwo.
We as Azimio la Umoja have resolved the following. 1. We acknowledge Mr. Ruto's olive branch for a dialogue on key issues raised by Azimio la Umoja. To us, this is a positive development. 2. We agree that a balanced parliamentary process, co-chaired by both sides and backed by experts from outside, should proceed. In our view, this committee must be composed with immediate effect, with strict deadlines for resolving the crisis facing the country. 4. In accepting the call for the dialogue, we ask that all arrests and prosecutions related to our demonstrations be stopped with immediate effect. In view of the foregoing, we stand down our demonstrations for Monday, that is tomorrow, April 3rd, 2023. 6. But in doing so, we want to emphasize that the right to assemble, to demonstrate, petition, and to speak are ironclad as provided for in our Constitution. 7. Therefore, we reserve our rights to call for demonstrations should this process not bear fruit. Should there be no meaningful engagement or response from Hon Ruto.
Nengana yabireke gochengeru gosokoralia kwa nyare ko gochengerwa naba Kenya kuro Chinsemo agati yabo anene kuro sector chiricho bonchorelia nabo igochire chiobo sombi kwene kinga litukoliangyo nigolira nyare ko balio morembe asebo igo omura yo Raila Odinga anyare ko bagotukuterare okorobekana okwo kwanyare kwa bagokobangwa rituko liange togosuka motwe buna ensemo eyemo yokoenekia buna abana ananebe chisukuru ya sekondari banyare kwa bakwewa obosemia igoro yogochora chikosi aao nigo bono omo women rep be county ya Kisii Doris Donya totamuna barai aao banyare kwa bagoikerana ase skuru ya Nyamawa mix yalikoena na obosemia buno burabo yogosira abana banyare kwa bagwetenenera ase chinga kichire moto mosaki oitobwa magana Mildred Momanyi amona mange mono
nomogoko asekera omwibori korra omwana yego korabya anene mono asensemo ya masomo ime skuru ya Nyamagwa Mixed Secondary yego toka ime wadia ibeno ebunge ya Nyalibali chache county ya Kisii nigo yaba omogoko omone ase chiskuru au ime county ya Kisii chekirana ase okonyora obosemia kurwa ase abarai naboigo abasemia kurwa chinsemo au eleko gendra gokorabya ase amasomabo ase omoyego yo Gwano mu women rep we county ya Kisii Doris Donya asegatia baraibali bekirana ngamono mo senator we county ya Nyamira Okongo Mogeni omobunge okitutuma saba Clive Gesairo omobunge o West Mogrango Steve Mogaka omo senator omochore esi Okenyuri omo MCA bwenseme yo Steve Arika gatia bande abange aseba kwanera igoro yo morobelio oyo nagosemia abana igoro yo gwetanga kurwase amariogo yo gotindia buna bakwerera
toko basome igoro yo gukora yo bubwa mariyo morocha machanera abali bakone bagototebya abana bane barafite baka abana barono barwari abana bari batakwatuna bagomana abana batibongire bari defiled onye ntoko chama to address issues echi wa affect abana bato iboto wati generation
lakini chiskuru chiregaiga chirekwetani chiskuru ya moja ibo tokotebia magambo baitu tiga babwaterane wananchi nekigera batochorerete osemia igo yugate kendekia orenta gaiga.
However young you are, know you have a responsibility to the community where you come from. You are never too young to start.
Nigo abarayabwo bagania abanyanyimbo kurwa oburendi talio goita abantu asebasaba abaliki amangana kwegwa obusiboli bwo gukora egasi yabo buna ebwenerete aya niga gocha maiga ya mandamano gokoreka ewiki yaeta ase abaliki barorekana kwegwa chingoma n'abanyanyimbo
abana bari bobwate akiye kitiba yoko kaba news nani sese yere ngwana korana na Ukraine waskali wako imu wako na goita journalist wako bali dola wako information. That's how international law is. You don't have journalists. Woto wose beserekali abana bari chinga kichibya bakoleras yabo nabasikali baito toko basaba basikali mbachori baita abana n'amasasi onyo muntu okorera ingosa mu bwate mukorera amachitaka muiragambe
ase chinga kecho nigo basaba omuraibwense Dr. William Ruto guchagotegerera ebirengera libya Raila Odinga ase boigo bamucha omokonyi bomuraibwense ase chingwana chaye.
And I just want to plead with my deputy president. Serikali ya Kenya teliye ya shareholding kuru muntu nabwo atobusubule bwe katiba waki kura bunata biti onye tingo akireti nayo murayona tubwatie choice uikondae. There is nobody with a monopoly of knowledge or ideas. Yeah? Na kitiga tuanje tategerera
mandamana aliebe tikisema cha omwana itoga gute bono nabotokubuli bada barebe na tinki tutagocheramo tutombire togosana se kukwane bire terichi isiteri yo mu ntomo naende egere bintu abantu basaransire bakwanire lichibwe ligotoka gotocha mu tokwane so that abana baito mbachandeka abanyabiashara mbachandeka at least twensi tomenya Kenya tomenya tenga egento yokomata. This is very paramount as a ya Kenya.
Kuripotelia egetaseni kia Ndizi TV ilitaliane Mildred Momanyi.
Mbemo na masakio itu amangana Amayia Mildred Momanyi ansaroboti urwa senchira yobo ikiranu togo sukamotwe kubatekana no mongusana no buborai uyu nyariko bagokorekana ase ekanisa elia ya Eke Methodist bono niga omoreferent w'ekanisa yo Joseph Ntombura nyariko bagagwesoke na bwigotebanga nere uisaransete ase kurukyo burai bw'ekanisa eyo ayinigo akire magega yababwatani aokoreta okungusana no konene ase batebire buna omoreverend Joseph Nganyarekoba gagokora chinga kichia ichoborai ase kanisa eyo boigo nigo Joseph Ntombura tebire bono Anyarekoba gakogoserera obugima bwaye na bono iga nigaburirie serikali Anyarekoba gekumubwatesia elindenere Anyarekoba gakomanya ngobugima bwaye nigo bore asagia.
Still the presiding bishop of the Methodist Church in Kenya, constitutionally and procedurally, I am still in the office because what has been done is not fair and it's a coup d'etat that is not acceptable in terms of the world and also in terms of even the kingdom of God. I have received a lot of insults. They have used a lot of falsehood. Some of these people are capable of doing anything. And there is no way someone would not be, protective of his life because you don't know whom you are dealing with. In the church, it's not all saints. We have some people there who appear to be sheep, but they are they are leopards in sheep's skin. I've never sold anything in order to make my life comfort. If we wanted to do any project, we raised that money ourselves, and it was not for eating. So one of the surprising things is that they are coming to the office, like the coup plotters are coming to the office to discover that our finances have never been adequate because of the many loans.
Togo tigana na oroboti urwe kanisa ya Eke Methodist omwancho marigeto guskamotwe ni gobono omo referent we kanisa ya PCA uyokoro kwanga Patrick Mutaya nyareko baga wesokia na boigo kugikeria abanyanyimba abanyareko bagutumia chinguru wetania ekerengo chinga kibale ko bago baseberekania abantu bali banyarete ko bakerokende bakoroberekana ase chinsemo a Patrick boigo nigo agikeirie egetambukero ky'abanyanyimba boigo abanyareko bakune nereria abararia abamangana Amayia ase boigo atebire nigo banyareko bagutumia chinguru chiabo ase enchereta bwenereti.
Umekuwa kama mtego wa panya, unaigia waliomo na wasiokuwamo, kwa sababu umesikia sisi kama kanisa tumehusika. Familia ya Kenyatta imeingiliwa, wanahabari ambao wanafanya kazi nzuri sana ya kujenga nchi tumeona wakishabuliwa na waandamanaji na wakiumizwa na vyombo vyao vikiharibiwa. Tumeona pia wanahabari wakipigwa na askari. Kuna picha tuliona na imetuhuzunisha sana ya vile vioo vya gari vilivunjwa na tia gesi ikarushwa ndani ya gari ambayo ilikuwa na wanahabari. Hilo jambo linatuhuzunisha sana, sababu wanahabari lazima wafanye kazi yao, lazima waende mahali kuna habari ndio watuletee. Na wanahabari tunawasihi muendelee kufanya kazi yenu kwa ukakamavu, na nyinyi pia msiegemee upande wowote.
Biamono kegima omwancho murigiria sokoreri bagaria gosanga amanegeta seni Ndizi TV koruta chagitemero bilio yeito ene kiabo igono genda tokabo gosanga monaintwe ekerengereri kiao boigo gwetera se namba ya SMS era se etibiago na boigo gwetera se mitandao yetu Facebook Ndizi TV News Digital na boigo gwetera YouTube Ndizi TV News ase chi county chiria anene chianyareko bachikonara nga okorbekana nkoreo litukulia Jumatatu ne litukulia Alhamisi bono amangana Amayia nari nga okorbekana kulitukulia ngioti tokayo igobono abana bali bechiskuru nyarako bagwesokia mogende mwenyorere chisemi chino na boigo abonjoreria ao abukonye bakoranga yaya obonjoreri boito bwanyarire ko babogosie kwa samatuka manganyare ko bagagweta angyo nelituko likarerigia kubwatekana nokoraria kwa omurai bobo mobwazimio Raila Odinga nga okorobekana ko tukayo lituko liankyo na gwikira gwo mwancho murigina to gwikira omwelio bwa mangana Amayia asenchire bwikiranu Chinsa Isato chiabono botuko litwarenge ko batoko bwaterana amanere gwetera ase chinsemo chire gusomwa no bimanyererio nigakoro kwa Joshua Auta na boigo oyo nyara ko bagakonekia buna chibicha amana mariogi agochera senchire boikirano yo minto abigali nyanchama literane ngoro kwa Josephat Amisi na kuganiryo botuko obiyana boigo gende ko kwegokia ko bwatia emeroberi itogenda to ko botuko kwariganiria kurwegeta seni Ndizi TV.